Hello my dear royals and welcome back to another video. Today I'm so excited to present to you an official tutorial on how I make my royal high hair textures. Now a disclaimer is that these aren't just used in Royal High, it's used in a lot of dress-up games such as Arcade 2, Astro Renaissance, Dress to Impress even. So this technique can be used all throughout all those games. But anyways guys, before I get started, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below if you want any other tutorials made by me. It can be fabrics, it can be, I don't know, how I set up my Twitch streams, etc. So just let me know down below. But anyways guys, I am going to get into it. So first things first, you want to do is make sure it's the right size. So what I do is I believe the size is 256 by 256. So we're gonna go ahead and make that, and then the first thing you want to start with, if you want to go for more simple, is just to pick a color. So what color should we do? I don't know. I'm gonna go for like a blue, maybe like, yeah, I'll go for a blue, and we're just gonna go ahead and fill that whole thing in. Now that is going to be the first layer, and then you're gonna wanna create a second layer and go to linear burn, and then go up here where the ruler is, go to mirror ruler, and go to 150% to make it horizontal. Now we're gonna go to the ruler and we're gonna do 90 degrees so that it is facing vertical, and then we're just gonna go ahead and make a bunch of kind of lines. You can adjust the darkness of it. I'm gonna do a little darker because it's better to do darker than go lighter, because you can adjust the darkness, like the opacity of it. Anyways, we're just gonna go ahead and just make a bunch of lines. Now these lines can be many different like sizes and stuff. Like we do a little bit of the smaller lines. Ooh. And if you don't like a line, you can just like erase it or go back and redo it. Just do whatever you feel like is enough. And then we're gonna do even darker. And you can adjust the opacity of it or like the transparency of it. So like this. Do some of the edges. And adjust more, do like big areas, smaller areas, tiny areas, and just keep going till you feel like you're satisfied with the result, because that's what matters. Now, once you're satisfied with the results, you're gonna go to filter, and you're gonna go to moving blur, and I like to crank it up to 150, and then the direction has to be 90%. So there you have like the base of it. So now you're gonna create another layer and go to add, like enlightened, and then we're gonna take the symmetry roller out, and we're just gonna go ahead and add the highlights. I like to do it, hold on, in like a zigzag kind of formation, but you can do it like however you please. I just like to do this one because it kind of spreads out the highlights and makes it more, I don't know what the right word is. And then to make it even, because I usually do 2 rows of highlights, you're gonna duplicate and just kind of move it down and make sure that it's lined up. There we go. And then we're gonna merge the layer, and then you can adjust it however you want. I'm just gonna kind of make it more towards the middle. And then you're gonna go to filter and moving blur. But instead of doing 150 px, we're gonna adjust it so that it's around 62. Now, I don't like how dark the light area looks, so we're gonna, if you're like not satisfied and want it to be lighter, you're gonna add layer, go to clipping, this arrow over here, and then you can pick a lighter color and just kind of go over it, and then it'll make it lighter. So there we have the lighter kind of section. Now, this part is optional, but if you want to do more detailed lines, sometimes these aren't the best when it comes out on hairs. People usually prefer stuff like this, or one with less darker and like this, something like this. So actually I'm gonna adjust the opacity. Okay, there we go. So we're just gonna make small, this is optional, we're just gonna make small little lines to act as like the hair strands. Am I on the right layer? Okay. There's always like a fear. I'm like, am I on the right layer? And just make a bunch of like hair strands, kind of, mainly in the lighter areas, not as much in the dark. And I can also do tutorials on how to like upload these properly. You do have to go and compress them before uploading to Roblox, because that's just what Royale High has. Now, they don't do submissions anymore. They only have the artist program, but if you're planning on applying in future, I don't know what they're gonna be doing, if like they're gonna open it or not, but yeah, basically you just want to add all the way through, and then you can adjust the size and stuff after. So now we're gonna adjust the size. I kind of want to make it longer. I realize that it's uneven. Add a little more. And then you're gonna go to moving blur and do strength. And there we go. And you can adjust the opacity of it, stuff. So here's the difference before and after. And you can adjust transparency. And then after this, if you want to keep adjusting, but you're going to add another layer, go to linear burden again. Then we're going to do this symmetry ruler, mirror ruler, and then the straight ruler again. Or actually, yeah, let's do that. And then we're going to go for a darker color. And this is going to be the darker areas of the hair. So we're just gonna go ahead and add wherever, and you can adjust it. And then go to moving blur. Wait. And then do strength. Now you can edit the strength however you want. I'm gonna do 135, and then you can adjust the opacity of it. Now, if you want the lighting to stick out more, I suggest putting it as the third layer. And then if you want, you can do multiple layers, like just layering it and stuff. Like that. And there we go. It's up to you. And then after this, after you're satisfied, you're gonna want to just start adding whatever details you want. Like if you want sparkles, add sparkles. If you want something else, add it. It is entirely up to you. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. And before you go, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Just whatever. If you want more tutorials, if you wanted more advice or more details, feel free to comment. I will be replying and just keeping my eye on it. No matter when you comment. Like if you comment a week later after I post this, I'm going to reply to you. Don't worry. But thank you so much for watching, and bye, Royals!